Hey YouTubers, X Factor here, and today was a monumental day in the gaming industry. Whether you're a console fan or PC user, this affects us all. There's a change in the wind of what is going down the gaming world, and that is the Xbox One reveal. Whether you're a fan of PS4 or Xbox or PC, the reason why it affects us all is they've shifted their architecture to x86 chipsets. That's good news for everybody. Now we don't have to worry about as many problems with console ports or PC to console because it's basically the same language, which is good news. The only difference is Microsoft Xbox is DirectX and PS4 is OpenGL, like they have been for many years. But this isn't going to be a console war. This could be talking about a couple of things that I noticed. And let's brief the gameplay real quick. Just joined in this endgame conquest. As you could see, we just had 2 flags. Not looking good. We were down, maybe still down 100 tickets. And we're going to try to turn this thing around. And I've got a couple other people in comms with me. Those are not the crazy voices in my head. You guys can't hear those. Those are some of the voices from NCIX. I think there's 2 of them to be exact. So we're going to see if we can make some magic happen. So what do we know and what did I notice? First and foremost, let's look at the design of the next-gen Xbox. And there you have it in all of its glory. Gasp, I know, right? But what if I told you the design fits the function and this is part of the marketing ploy behind the brains at Microsoft and more importantly, Xbox? With that being said, let's talk about the current demographics of the consoles that have been on the street for the last 5 years. Think about your friends and family. Who owns them? Young adults, elementary, middle school, high school, college students, young business adults, up to around 40 or 45. Sure, there's some exceptions, but the majority of young adults, men and women, definitely have consoles. It is a rite of a passage, whether you live in Europe, America, or Asia. You have one of these at your house. There's an 80% chance. So instead of Xbox saying, let's go after future PlayStation sales, let's go after a demographic that we have nothing with. That is older adults, businessmen, retirees, anybody that's 40 or older. They probably don't have a current gen console. Why? Because at this point in time, it is mostly a gaming console. You're either into games or you're not into games. And there, I'm really into having a grate on the front of my LAV for the rest of this round. It's a new challenge, right? He's got reactive, and I've got some ghetto reactive on the front of my LAV, but it doesn't work, unfortunately. So let's talk about why the new design fits the function. Because they want to make sales to the older adult crowd, the businessmen, the retirees, anybody that's over 30. And how do you cater to it besides the design? The software, Skype, Internet Explorer, and countless apps. You'll probably look at the App Store on your iPhone or Android and laugh compared to what's going to be available for next-gen Xbox and PlayStation 4. And that's how they're going to cater to the older adult crowd. So the design fits the function. If you're an older adult, you don't want some space-age stuff sitting on your shelf unless you've got a condo, a loft, and you're living this modern lifestyle. You're going to want something that fits the bill to what you already have in your entertainment cabinet. So although it disappoints me as a gamer, it's disappointed a lot of people, it's really fitting that market share that they're going after. And let's really ask ourselves this. If you're going to buy the next-gen Xbox or the PlayStation 4, are you really going to let the looks deter you? No, because you're already all in. You got a dog in that fight. But for the older people who see value in the application-based side, the software side, having an entertainment-based system all in one with the Blu-ray player, that might mean something to you. When you get older in life, looks matter. And I'm not just talking about women. I'm talking about the stuff that goes in your house. So this is catered perfectly for that market, no matter how ghastly it looks. For me, it looks like a DVR player or an old school VCR. Nothing special, but it really fits the function. So what do we really know between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 thanks to this Microsoft reveal, again, which is coming in 2 parts? And I'm sure PlayStation 4 will be quickly releasing new details at E3, much like Microsoft. Well, there's a lot of things in common. First and foremost, 8 gigs of RAM. They have different types of RAM, but they're both 8 gigs. x86 chipset. Again, good news for everybody involved, whether you're a PC user or console user. Less porting, less bugs, less hangups with the games that you love play, less dev time. So maybe they could put more time into R&D and bug fixing, right? 8-core CPU with an APU GPU, which is your graphics processing unit. And they both supposedly have built-in video editing and video sharing, which we know little to none about, except for the PlayStation side, which you can live stream via Ustream. I guarantee you Xbox has something to match, but they haven't tipped the hat on them yet. So Xbox has Blu-ray, wireless, USB 3.0, and here's the difference. DDR3 RAM in the Xbox One versus GDD5, or I think it's DDR5 in the PlayStation 4, and they're both highly capable pieces of RAM. There's not going to be much difference. It's not going to be notable. What will result in, on your side, quickly changing between application, which both of these units brag about. Want to go from Internet Explorer to your app in a blink of an eye? Both of them will be able to do it. And there you see me using the guided missile. Why? Because my perks are messed up, not because I did it on purpose. And I think that's an armored kill bug. I still have yet to figure out what causes your perks and your tanks, air, LAV to go absolute batshit. So the good news is, for me as a PC gamer, this is x86 architecture. I cannot talk enough about that. That makes me happy in the pants, and it should you. It really helps everybody else. And obviously, the remotes have been updated just a little bit. The PlayStation 4 has some touchscreen and movement-based stuff in it, and as you can see by the image I posted before, the Xbox remote is similar, but just a little bit different. Social services, it's what's going to be king for the Xbox, I believe the PlayStation 4. And I alluded to this earlier about the functionality of the design. TV, cable, applications, Twitter, Facebook, Internet Explorer. It's all going to be able to run from these units. Now, what are they trying to get into? They're trying to get into you having basically a computer at your TV. That's the market they're walking their way into. They're literally saying, hey, wait a minute. People are spending X amount of dollars to get computers at their TV, whether it's Apple TV or a $100 chipset that's coming out that will make your TV into a PC, basically. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the market. They're trying to say, hey, what can we really combine in these units so people don't have to buy that stuff? So people could say, hey, wait a minute, that justifies the purchase of an Xbox or PS4 just a little bit more, and you got to give somebody a little love tap if you got them from behind, right? Style points are killing with the Rex, even though it's at point blank. So there's a lot of details yet to be revealed. Please don't make this a console versus PC war. This is not what this is about. It's about getting information out there and trying to talk about the design, the marketing, and all the details. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. There will be a lot more to come when E3 hits. We'll see you, YouTube.